Okay, there's this new thing that has been, it's not exactly new, but some people have been nominated to be part of the Supreme Court, some senior lawyers. Do you think that will help in any way make a difference?
No, my answer is that it will not. Emphatically, it will not. I know that I'm going to be reminded of such icons like Taslim Elias, of blessed memory, or Justice Namani from Enugu. These are extraordinary men. I have not seen extraordinary senior advocates in Nigeria that you can leapfrog straight from the life of an advocate to the intricate life of an adjudicator, not even at the High Court level, but at the apex level. We are simply going to be moving from fry pan to fire.
But if we are talking about reforms and the justices here, I'm sure at some point they would need to leave. Is it not, given that we need to also have people in line to take over such positions?
Yes. It just goes without saying. In any organization, even in the entire polity, if you don't have the young ones, then the elderly ones have no hope. So it's the same thing in the judicial process. There has to be a crop of well-bred judges that should be in a position to take on responsibilities at higher level when the time comes. Let me agree with the learned essay. In this country, we do a lot of fire brigade things. When things come, we do things in an ad hoc manner without thinking through. It is not proper, just like the chairman of the Presidential Committee on Anti-Corruption was saying that judges, the Supreme Court should not be taking turns and all that and all that. And I was thinking, is it possible to go to the market and bring somebody? He was a dean of law when he was teaching. To bring somebody who is not an academic to be a dean of a faculty, let's say even of law, or even somebody who has been working in a company that has not been practicing, even though he's a legal practitioner by qualification, to come and be the dean of the faculty of law without going through the crucible of the academic greater. It doesn't make sense. So the focus should be in the recruitment process, both character, integrity, knowledge, and attitude to life. Because the attitude to life should make you humble. Philosophically, knowledge imposes humility. That's why they ask you, what's your academic discipline? When you study any discipline, it disciplines you, it humanizes you, humbles you, because you know the extent you know now, that there's so much to be known that you don't know. So you just cool down. You don't know everything. So that is why it is very wrong to think that people should just, those instances that the learned essay mentioned, Augustine Amani happened to also have been my uncle. They were during the military era. And look at his own credential. He was Attorney General of the state, then later became Attorney General of the Federation. So there was a learning process. It was not just a jump from the bar to the bench. And then the people of those days were highly adaptive because there was an ingredient of discipline running through the gamut of all the activities. Now, everything is focused on money. Make it billion, 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 billion. You make the money and you now start mourning. That is the way we are.
Now that we're at issues of appointments,
yes,
let's look at the CJ and the Chief Justice of Nigeria, the issues surrounding the appointment.
Yes.
What do you think of this?
I am like a wine tapper. I don't say everything I see on the palm tree. In those old days, the only people that had the capacity beyond what CCTV does now were the wine tappers, because they could, from the coin of their vantage, see what was happening in the entire community. Those who were stealing goods, those who were doing this, doing that. But they don't say everything. Sometimes to also maintain the polity. So, I think if a system has been established and has been working, nobody should try to rock it. Okay? Let it not look as if it is targeted at individuals. We are operating a system, and let the system work itself. If there is going to be an intervention in systemic reforms, let it also come across. Not even in any other place. This is judiciary, for crying out. You don't tamper with the judicial process anyhow. Otherwise, you send the very wrong signal, as you saw happen in the entire...
Let me quickly take this same question to Chief Noruka in Abuja studios. Some people have said the president shouldn't just be a rubber stamp, okay? The NJC has sent the name and then just confirm the CJN.
Yes, I cannot see that the constitutional provision envisages that the president will be a rubber stamp. I think some people are just introducing politics into something that is essentially legal and constitutional. What the Constitution envisages is that the Federal Judicial Commission would send some names to the National Judicial Council, who would, from the names so sent, deliberate and pick a name and forward to the president. Now, if you look at the composition of the Federal Judicial Commission, you will find that the Attorney General is a very powerful member of that commission. Now, if you look at the constitution of the National Judicial Council, you will find that for purposes of selecting judges, the Nigerian Bar Association has a say. So it's unimaginable to think that by the time these two bodies have gone through the process of elimination and then come up with a candidate and forward the name of that candidate to Mr. President, that Mr. President would not trust his lieutenants and will begin another process of re-evaluation. So I think it is in that context that people say he shouldn't be a rubber stamp. But he's not a rubber stamp. He has subordinates who had done the vetting that he is supposed to do. Okay. And it was after their work that the matter came to his table.
All right. Thank you so much, Chief Udechukwu Unaruka, a senior advocate of Nigeria and a legal practitioner here with us in the studio in Lagos. Mr. Chima Nnaji, thank you both for sharing your thoughts. Sunrise will be back in a moment. Just stay with us.